Hey y'all, Joe for here, the Cranky Old Gay Guy. It is Tuesday evening. I'm just getting home. Half hour ago, I took a shower. I was filthy. And when I get filthy, when I get like mortar mix and crap on my face, I get little zits that come out. Like I've got one started right. I can see it and feel it a little bit. Maybe you can see it. I've got the lighting really low because I don't want you to see how my face seems to be breaking out when it gets dirty like that. Now, these will all be gone by morning, but I just don't like all the splotchiness. And I don't want to wear makeup to cover it because that would just probably make it worse because then you're clogging up your pores. And I don't want to do that either. I do want to say I didn't have a lot to be cranky about today, and I stayed away from politics all day. I did listen to The View on the way home because I can stream it over my phone. Uh, it wasn't super political. I mean, it was, but it wasn't. They had John Carl on who wrote a book about Trump and put Trump's fight, fight, fight image on the cover, and that was crap. And Jonathan Carl is a reporter who spent a lot of time with Trump, and Trump berates him in public a lot. But evidently, they call each other on the phone and they have meetings and talks, and they're friendly to each other. Not that that's a bad thing, but I don't know why The View wanted to promote his book. I I mean, I have a book. Put me on The View. I'd love to promote it, but that's not going to happen. Thinking about The View, something about it does make me cranky, and I'm sure I've touched on this before, and that is the fact that it's just one big infomercial now. You get 5 or 6 minutes of political talk at the beginning, and then they go to a commercial, and then they come back, and they might have a guest on if it's a politician, and then it's political talk the rest of the show until the end when they go to Do Your Deal, which used to only be on Fridays, and then it was on Mondays and Fridays. And now it seems to be every other day or every day some weeks. And if someone has a birthday on the show, guess what? We're going to have a View Your Deal birthday extravaganza. It's just bull. When Barbara Walters was alive, when she ran the show, you didn't have all this commercialism. It was the views affecting women in the world today. And it was mostly political. And I prefer that. Now, when she stepped down, things changed. They started doing this whole View Your Deal crap. And now they'll have like the first 5 or 6 minutes of politics, go to a break for 5 minutes. They come back and they read a Reddit post about someone's relationship and, questioning the relationship they're in. So then they get the views of the women on the panel to talk about, well, what would you do in this situation? Nobody cares. Get back to the politics. And then they'll come back and they might have a guest. They might not. They'll talk about hot topics. And a lot of it is celebrity gossip. I mean, will people go, oh, I don't want to talk about this subject. You guys go ahead, because she knows that it's just bull. She feels the same way about all these Reddit posts. Okay. Now they'll come back from one of these things and they'll have a 1 minute segment like, oh, let's honor, this is National Honor Latin People's Day, whatever. Just a second. I'm going to dismiss that. That's my hat timer saying that it's time to take my hair growth hat off. I'm supposed to do it 20 minutes a day. I break it into two 10-minute sections. Okay, now it's off. There for a bit. Getting back to what I was saying. They will come back for 1 minute, maybe do a blurb on Heritage Day of whoever is having Heritage Week or Heritage Month. Or they'll come on and they'll talk about another Reddit post, or did you hear what Kim Kardashian said? Something like that. And it'll be on for a minute, and then they'll have another 5 minutes of commercials. So that 11 minutes, you get 1 minute a show, and the rest is 11 minutes. And then they'll come back from that break, and what do you know? It's View Your Deal for the last 7.5 to 8 minutes of the program. It's all crap. I guess it does make me cranky because it's crap. Why can't you have a program that sticks to the program and don't take a commercial break every 4.5 to 5 minutes? Because then your breaks are 4.5 to 5 minutes or 4 to 5. It's weird. Some days they'll be 5 minutes. How do I know? Because I can fast forward on my phone. It goes by 15-second increments. Sometimes it'll be 16 forward, which is 4 minutes. Other times it'll be 18 or it'll be 20. It's 4.5 minutes to 5. It's, ugh. And then again, the show comes back for 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes tops if they're talking over and they refuse to stop talking when their producer wants them to go to the commercial. Then they go to the commercial and they just, you get out of the hour, you get about 23 minutes of the program. That's it. But oftentimes 7 minutes of that is view your deal. I don't know how they stay on the air. I guess they're the only thing on during the day to watch other than game shows, which I also don't understand why those are on the air. And I don't understand how people, I never watch it when it's on. I will see it in a replay that evening, or I'll just listen to it sometime during the day. But who sits at home and watches TV during the day? I can see maybe an afternoon movie once a week, twice a week. Or if you're homesick and you're laying on the couch watching TV, I get that. But how can you have consistent ratings, meaning that people are watching you live every day? I just don't get it. It's that same with Kelly Ripa and her husband, Mark. Kelly and Mark. I watched that show. Well, I listened to it, 3 weeks ago for the first time in like 2 years. It was ridiculous. Why does anyone care about what these two are talking about? They talk about their sex life a lot too. And then they'll have a contest where someone in the audience can win a prize if they can answer this in, 15 seconds or whatever. And then they go to a commercial. Again, it is just it's designed for commercials. It's not designed to inform the public about anything. It is just a vehicle to promote products, because oftentimes they will have someone on there promoting the product, and they'll always have some celebrity promoting a new movie or a new book or a new, makeup line they're running. It's crap. Okay. ABC, pull your head out. A lot of this happened after Disney bought you. And I know Disney's, it's all about making money. I totally get that. But you also, ABC, you have a national license to broadcast. And I know you have your 30 or 40 minutes a day of news. You are supposed to be doing something in the public interest. And these marketing shows, that's not in the public's interest. Why don't you be more like National Public Television and actually broadcast stuff that's educational and that people can watch without a commercial every 5 minutes? Okay, that's where I'm going to leave it today, because I'm tired. I've got a lot more to say. Not a lot. So everybody, stay cranky, my friends. Stay cranky. Let me know how you feel about your favorite television show and how it's been commercialized and broken to pieces as well. All right, talk to y'all later. Stay cranky. Bye-bye-bye. Did you hear that stutter? Bye-bye-bye-bye. Like, that's all, folks. Only it's bye-bye. Bye.